Don't let nobody tell you nothing. Too many people tried to tell me I couldn't do it. It was impossible. I needed to win in 1 round. I couldn't go 5. What the you gotta say now?
My biggest fear was dying without knowing how good I truly was, without knowing my true potential.
Take the step. Step aggressively towards your fear. Because we're scared of what we don't know. And there's only one way to learn and to know, and that is to confront that fear. You have to step, you have to go. And this simple action, it answers so many questions. And how do you face the fear of the unknown? You step. Don't wait anymore. Don't think anymore. Don't plan anymore. Don't contemplate anymore. Don't make any more excuses or justifications. Don't rationalize anything else.
That's what Sir Edmund Hillary did. He was a beekeeper from Auckland, New Zealand. He was the first person to ever climb Mount Everest. He didn't know how to get to the top of that mountain until after he got there.
And every great person in history knew this. Whether it was Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King, the Wright brothers, Joan of Arc. They all had a vision. Couldn't see it, couldn't smell it, couldn't taste it, couldn't feel it, but it was alive in their mind. It was so alive in their mind that they began to live as if that future reality was happening in the present moment. The best way to predict your future is to create it, not from the known, but from the unknown. And when you and I get comfortable in the place of the unknown, that's where the magic happens. And it never happens in the known.
Do you know that most people never live the way they really want to live? They don't. Why? Because they don't know how. You see, when they set those targets, they look off into a space and they see nothing. If you're going to look at the unseen, you have to use the higher faculties. That's what Einstein talked about, the sacred gift. We've been gifted. We've been gifted with something no other form of animal life has. We have these higher faculties. You've got perception, memory, imagination, will, reason, intuition. He said, to believe in the things you can see and touch is no belief at all. But to believe in the unseen is a triumph and a blessing. We can use faculties to look into the future. We can go into the future with our imagination and see ourselves where we want to be a year from now, and then bring that into the present. How do you think we got to the moon? Kennedy didn't know how to get to the moon. When he asked Dr. Wernher von Braun, who is considered the father of the space program, what will it take for us to build a rocket, carry a man to the moon, and bring him back safely to Earth? He said, the will to do it. The will is one of the higher faculties. That's what Einstein was talking about. The will gives you the ability to focus on one thing to the exclusion of everything else. When you focus on that one thing, you're on that higher frequency. How do you do that? Well, first, you got to make a decision to go there. You see, your mind and thoughts must be focused on the same frequency as your goal. How do we do that? We make a committed decision. That's where I'm going. And when you make the committed decision, that's irrevocable. You cannot go back.
And once you're on your way, you can't turn around and come back. The only way, you have to finish the mission.
He trusted in the image that he held in his mind. You got to trust in the image you hold in your mind. It takes a decision to get up on that higher frequency.
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen.